Well, I've done some work off stream. As you can see in the top left, I have $1 million. I didn't even do anything crazy. I basically just pressed auto on here and reran it. I didn't increase any levels on any of the stuff here. What I did do, though, was increase levels of everything in here. Everything is about 40. The only things that are more than that are things that needed levels to get evolved. So Aegislash, Volcarona. I think that's mostly it, actually. But otherwise, basically brought everything to 40. Just saved the time of, you know, doing that. I did not buy any new items. We still got all these. And what we have is that we wanted to try this place for the first time, because we've tried Route 1, 2, and 2, 1. So now let's try 2, 2. Now, this one, I think, is gonna be pretty significant. Because we will take, well, I guess you could deploy this. Deploy this. We would have to change items, but that's okay, because, yeah, this will work. Remove item. Field terrain behaves as grass. Didn't I get the one that field terrain is like grass terrain? This one. Yeah, right? Because now I can actually put you... Oh, I can put you on the mountain. Alright, that's not quite as good. Might be worth it, we'll see. These are still probably good, though. The big change is remove Infernape. At least this was my initial plan. Remove Infernape, add Lapras, because it is just stunning water fella. I guess you would put it here. And then give it the increased duration of stuns item. Yeah, that seems good. Then Masquerain. And the range on you is not great, huh? Gyarados range great. These ranges okay, I guess. Would remove the items here. So let's think about this, because maybe this is a situation where Cryogonal makes sense. Maybe also you just Aggron so that it has crazy range here. That seems probably good. But you could also argue on this side, because nothing is covering this side really. So if things go that way, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad if things go that way. I guess you would rather it here, maybe? Then Gyarados can hit a little bit of it. Something like that. And then, yeah, I guess it's, do I want the Sceptile or would I rather have Cryogonal? I mean, Sceptile damage is pretty big, but let's see what this looks like. If I remove this, add this. And then just drop you there. Is that good? I don't know, because Masquerain's range is pretty small. I feel like that's a no. I feel like that's a no. Let's see, so... You remove... I mean, you could do the Pidgeot for also just being something that's big range, to be fair. Could do that, just on this side, so there's something else attacking on this side. Not the worst. I'll save this as Team 1. I don't really know what's the best thing to be doing, but I do want to try this one. And then version 2 is when... Oh, well, I guess that's fine. Version 2 is when we have everything basically up here. You remove you... we're gonna have to do all the items, but whatever. Remove and then add... Where do you even go again? Your range is pretty small, but if we switch that, put this here, move this one here as well. That's slot 2 maybe? Although this is not useful either, but it's not like there's anything that can... Is there a world where this matters? Doing this? Jesus. Okay. That can still reach, then that reaches, then that reaches, then that reaches. I guess that's technically better. This doesn't really do anything, but I don't think anything else can really reach at that point. I guess do this and then save it. Okay, so 1, 2, sure. Then we want this version, but we need to give you recharge speed? No, that's on Agron. Damage? I guess then? Sure. And then what about you, Pidgeot? Would there be any item that's good for you? I guess give this for the money, because everything else is basically using something. Yeah, sure. Save. Okay, now load number 2. Pidgeot, give this, give this, deploy, save is number 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now number 3 is 1, but we remove Masquerain. Remove Masquerain and add in. Now we always make 3 teams for each place because you have to add in this. But can I give you the thing that lets you go on grass? Field terrain instead behaves as grass. No, I guess I do just have to put you. That's not great. Okay, well then switch this here, you here. Then yeah, then this is 3, I guess. This is 3. Something like that. And then give you nothing. Give you nothing. Sure. I know, it was a lot of setup, but I wanted to, you know, I wanted you to be here for it, I guess, maybe. 1, 2, 3. Sure. Arguably 4 over here for other detection. Alright, let's go. So this is probably gonna be a little slow to start. I imagine the first 10 or so floors should be easy, just because, I mean, well, you see what's happening. But then I'm sure it'll ramp up. Also, we do have full health since this is my first time here, so it should be easy for that reason too. Ooh, Silcoon or Cascoon? I guess I don't know, do we? It's Cascoon. It's Cascoon. Did you just one-shotting these is funny. Good thing I gave it the money ability then. Suppose, get me some extra money. Now, so part of the reason that I did all of that money farming was, one, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just hitting the auto button whenever I would see that it ended, and then I would go back to working on whatever else I was working on. Just so that we wouldn't have to farm money on stream. But that does mean we can buy more Pokemon. So let's do that now while it's still boring. Is that a Bronzong? Bronzor? We got a Yamask. What does a Yamask do? Yamask. Yamask. Yamask curses an enemy and deals damage to all cursed enemies. Cursable targets. The hell does that mean? That's interesting. Field or mountain? Whoa, cursed or nightmared. Cursable was what it was on, right? I think so. That's interesting. I don't know what it does, but it is interesting. So, don't imagine... Probably gonna get I guess we'll also have this area to try, assuming we eventually reach a dead point here. I guess on 2-1 we reached 57. So that was starting probably at... I don't know if we started at 0 with full health or not. My assumption is no, but maybe. So, I don't know, maybe we'll get 50-ish here? I don't know if we'll get to 300. But maybe if we do this and 3-1 that we might get to 300. That's my thought process. Ooh, Dustox. Dustox pretty quick. Does almost kind of make me want to have Aggron over here to just get more damage earlier instead of just sitting here doing nothing most of the time. Something to think about. Something to think about at the very least. It is on the fastest speed, by the way. But let me reread these items. After recovering a heart, Pokemon holding this item will have its recharge speed reduced by 50% for the rest of the wave. Okay, and I do have a couple that do that. Oh, Beautiflies. I got no problem with that. Reduces the number of projectiles by 1, but decreases recharge time by 20% for each lost. By leaping for daily cannot hold these. Restore 1 heart after doing 25,000 damage. Can only be held by Clefable. I almost want to buy these because they're cheaper to open up spots. But where are we at? We're at 11, level 11. Increases burn duration. Can only be held by Torkoal. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, let's buy this. This item allows strictly water Pokemon to be placed on a field. That's... Any of the things that like allow something to get placed are very good. So I'm just gonna take that. Increases damage dealt by 20%, but is reduced by 1 for each enemy hit, only for area Pokemon. I feel like that's bad. Well, 1% for each enemy hit, huh? It's still a buff. Like, there's not that often that there's 20 units. But I guess that's probably just better than something like what's on Maractus now that's like 10 damage buff or whatever. Ooh, Loudred. Okay. The Magneton are pretty beefy. I might not have needed to do that switch, but you know, let's get used to it. Now, I haven't checked to see if the game has been updated, by the way. I'm not playing on browser. I am playing the version that I downloaded. So that's also maybe something I should look into in the future. Oh, did you see that Gyarados hit on a Magneton? He just one-shot it from... Oh my god, that damage is crazy. That damage is crazy. Gyarados damage is real. There's maybe an argument for like switching Gyarados spot with this, because then he'll be attacking a little bit sooner. Maybe we'll see what that looks like. I'll turn off the auto for a moment. Like he'll snipe it. Boom. Let's say I put this here and this here. What does that look like? That's probably better, right? It's this or this. It covers all left side, most of bottom, most of top, or covers more of right side, less of left side, but it starts attacking at the bottom earlier. I don't know. Instinct is attack earlier. No, I'm gonna run it like this. I'm gonna run it like this. Gyarados damage is kind of nuts. Okay, the Bronzors are doing some work. Not enough work, but they're doing some work. Masquerain not doing a ton. Argument to have Sceptile down here instead. Although that would really only hit the bottom, but and like the idea is that the Lapras stun attacking during it, though maybe Masquerain's just bad here because its range is so small. Because it really is, I mean, look at it. It's barely attacking anything. it's barely attacking anything. Alright, after this wave, I think I might take Masquerain out. Like, the instinct is to use it because, oh, it's like water and there's like the water section, but it's really not attacking very often. So if I took you out, let's say, took you out and added in, what do you do again? Small chance of restoring a heart. We don't really need that anyway. What do you do again? Crits do twice double damage. Let me see here. Sceptile, what does your range look like? 145. You do kind of want things with bigger range. Oh, it's a ring shape. Alright, let me just see what this looks like. I didn't realize you were a ring shape. Oh! That might not be bad. Oh, dude, you see him strike at the pose? Oh, shit! Okay, but hold on. What else? What else do we have as options? 280, that's a pretty big one. Fires 2 projectiles to an enemy at once. Volcarona, not really the thing yet. Rampardos, no. Decidueye. 258. Aegislash. Aegislash range pretty small as well. What was the Masquerain range? 130. Jeez, that range is tiny, huh? So if we use Sceptile instead, we do Sceptile instead. I know we're at full health here. I'm like over optimizing, but I just wanna give me a peek. Yeah, so it's really, it would really only attack the bottom. You know what? Maybe this is a try the Decidueye moment here. I'm kind of down for that. Can I give you anything? No, not really. I don't get why these, I guess these are unhighlighted because they're the only ones that can be used? I guess, but they can't be because they're already in use by everyone else here, so I don't know why. Right? I can't give you multiples of these. Yeah, no. Alright, well that's annoying. I think I would rather this be on Maractus, so... give that back. Maybe not, but whatever. Ah, shoot. And then you here, and you here, and then save. Alright, let's go. Damn, he attacks pretty fast. Whoa, speaking of fast, Delibird. Wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, this feels like this is just better than the Masquerain. Masquerain would only be attacking for such a short period. This is attacking so much longer. Has pretty nice range there. He is striking a pose a lot more. Like his animation is way more crazy. I guess Ampharos is pretty good too. Everyone else is pretty chill. I was hovering over the switch, but I thought the Aggron range would save it, and it did. 10 Beautiflies pretty quick. You know, there's something to be said about almost just having the Ampharos at the beginning here too. Just like right here or here. One of these two spots. Now that Gyarados and this are targeting it. You know what? That might be the right play. That might, oh, right, but I can't put it there. That's why it's not there. Right. I knew that. I knew that. I feel like I kind of have to pay attention, but at the same time I want to buy stuff. Man, buying the items is kind of brutal. And part of the reason why, like, spamming free money is nice, so you don't just have to, like, you don't feel like, oh, I'm not allowed to buy items because they're gonna be useless for me or whatever. We got a Murkrow. I think Murkrow's supposed to be kind of good. I feel like someone in chat said that before. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, invisible enemies, a Xatu move. Alright, I'm gonna immediately level 40 that. Immediately level 40 that. Can be in the field or the mountain. Which would probably be an improvement over the Xatu, which is up here, I think. Oh, that beautiful I get in there? No. Oh, right, we have 8 slots. I kind of forgot about that. Why did I forget about that? That's crazy. Wait, I thought this could be in the field or the mountain. Oh, right, the field is not that thing. Alright, I don't know why I wasn't using the 8th slot. Alright, well, we can do that, but hold on. First of all, load 3. Add. I'm so dumb, actually. People in YouTube comments screaming. Why is he not doing anything? Probably better to have this first. Hit multiple things for invisible. Save that as number 3. Yeah, that's just better than 4 now. Okay, so back to 1. In that case, we have another free position. Wait, what's the Breloom do again? Chance of restoring heart. Your range is really small, so probably not good. Cryogonal, field, or water. So if we cryogonal... Nah, cryogonal's no good. Cryogonal's no good. We need big range or better position. Oh wait, Clawitzer. Well, your range is probably awesome. Oh. Well, perhaps not. Perhaps not awesome. Not on this map, at least. Yeah, no thanks. No thank you. And Yamask does the curse thing, which we don't really know what that even looks like, or if it's good. So I'm leaning towards Sceptile or Meganium's. Meganium's range is bad too, right? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad range. Could throw in a random Infernape. Random Breloom. Breloom range is too small. Field Mountain. Field Mountain. Everything's Field Mountain, huh? Maybe then we just do Sceptile. Maybe then we just do Sceptile. And throw it over on this side. The trio of grass fellas seems okay. Load number 2, because we gotta redo some of that probably. Actually, probably not. I mean, there's not much difference that can be done there. That one's probably just like, yeah, there's an empty slot, but it probably doesn't matter too much. I guess you could throw random or something or other on here. Throw a random Cryogonal into the mix. Ah, that's bad. Throw a random Comfy into the mix to maybe gain a heart or something. Sure. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1. Alright, go. Now I could be potentially, you could argue the Sceptile being on the left here. I don't think that would be crazy. But in theory, like the Lapras and Pidgeot are working this side. Gyarados kind of hitting everywhere, I guess, a little bit. This hitting up here as well. That's my thought process. Another alternative could just be remove Sceptile, add Comfey to like maybe get a heart restored once in a while, but I'm not really actually expecting to get, you know, to level 99 or whatever. This is just first run, see how it goes. Which is probably going to go for a while at the current rate of things here. So let's buy another item. I think I'm just going to buy this because it's cheap to unlock a new slot. This item allows strictly field Pokemon. Alright, well we want that. That's very good. Deals double damage to armor, can only be held by Clauncher or Clawitzer. Increases recharge time by 2 seconds. So I have that, so that is good. Launcher Clawitzer are not actually good yet, though. Once per round, restoring 1 heart after dealing 50,000 damage. Am I doing 50,000 damage with anyone, though? Feels like that might be more of an end-game item, where you're hitting that kind of number. Once per round. Yeah, I can't imagine that that's... Unless a round is like a whole gameplay's worth, or like a whole like life's worth, but I don't think that's what that is. What the hell was that? I didn't even see what Pokemon that was. I did not catch what that was. I guess there's also the crits with Decidueye are a bit RNG too. Some things are gonna get through. A lot of things are gonna get through. What is it? Oh, it's a Yanma. Yanma? Whatever. Either way, whatever it's called. Ah, almost. If Aggron was a couple levels higher, that'd be one-shotting. So these fast fellers are definitely causing problems. Oh yeah, we're dead. Alright, not bad. 37, okay. Okay, 37. Now what about this one? What are we looking at here? I think technically I have the item that lets you, don't I have the thing that the Squirtle bottle? Field terrain instead behaves as water for the holder. Wouldn't that be the thing that I want to be able to do? 6-7? No, not quite 6-7. Field terrain instead behaves as water for the holder. Why would I not be able to use that? I feel like that's the whole point of the item. Oh, because I would need this one. This item allows strictly... Oh, it has to be strictly water. Oh, okay, right. I was misunderstanding. I see. It's like this, where field terrain instead behaves as grass for the holder. Well, no, shouldn't I still be able to do this, though? And wait, Lapras is not strictly water? Lapras can go on fields? Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. My instinct would be that it's gonna start... Well, okay, alright, hold on. Okay. You need the stun thing. You start here, I think, probably. So I can give you this, and then deploy you. Right, your range isn't as big anymore. Your range is kind of not good for this area. Doesn't really line up on stuff well. You know what might line up well, though? You know what could line up potentially well? Maybe this fella. Do you line up well anywhere? You're not strictly water? Son of a... Well, actually, that's okay, too, still. I mean... kind of? Not, I mean, not there. I guess really only here. For the vertical. Or, wait, could I give it the, like, Gyarados item that does the range increase? No, it's only Magikarp or Gyarados. But this works on you. That seems pretty bad to me. My instinct is that seems pretty bad to me. But, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's good. I don't think there's anywhere for Aggron, right? Yeah, so Aggron's definitely out. Aggron's definitely out. Remove. I mean, we could do the poison strats here. Get the poison on there early. Pidgeot. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't get the mountain advantage that it would normally want, so I'm not married to it, I guess. This guy is hard. All of the ring ones are usually hard to judge on, like, oh, is it actually hitting places well? This would either here or here would probably be the best place to place this if I'm using it. But even then, it's a little iffy. Okay, so let's remove Pidgeot. Add Arbok. Poison. Try to get a bunch of poison stacks, I guess. Feels not ideal to... I can't imagine Clawitzer is good, though. It just doesn't seem like it's good. I don't know what to really say. It just doesn't seem like it's... It doesn't seem like it's good there. It doesn't seem like it's all that great. Right? Like, it's just hitting one vertical thing. Its crits do twice damage if it does. Deals double damage to armor, which is nice. It will be held by Clawitzer.
Oh my god!
Thank you for, I don't know how many bits that is, like 10? Thanks for that, I guess. 10 cents. I mean... Aegislash? Is Aegislash something I want to actively be doing? And Aegislash is a high level, at the very least. Get some attacks in early. I don't know, I guess I'll try this. Thank you for that. Okay, so then if I'm doing Team 2, Team 2 is like stacking stuff down here, so then we go Ampharos here. You go probably Aegislash again. You go Maractus here, and then you would probably remove Arbok and put in, what would you put in here? Pidgeot? Diagonal? Probably. I'll just throw in Pidgeot, I guess. Throw in Pidgeot. Sure. 2. Okay, then... What items can you... Field terrain becomes grass. Good for the holder. Could do that too, but... Okay, deploy that. Or, load this back. Okay, so then 3... You know how 3 is gonna be. 3 is gonna be... You remove probably this. Add in Honchcrow. You kind of move all of this up one. Or maybe not all of it up one, but here. Then that's 3. Alright, let's try. Let's just try it. Oh, I messed up. I didn't want to do that. I pressed the buttons wrong. Get you back in. Get you here. Move this down, move this down. This is 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, now we gotta add some items. We want to add... Is there even anything to add to you? I guess the money. Sure. I don't know which person we're necessarily supposed to give that to, but sure, let's try it on him. Save. Number 2. You can give someone that. Pidgeot has it, I guess. Everyone else has stuff. And, yeah, okay, let's just begin. See how the damage works here. I mean, early on, it seems like Weezing would be the thing you'd want to give the money to, but... What was that? Oh, that's a Ponyta, okay. Not bad. Alright, let's buy another Pokemon while we're here at the beginning. Oh, it's the Pikachu! It's Pikachu! I don't know why the sprite for it looks kind of derpy. Attacks ricochet between enemies, but the reduced damage have a 5% chance to stun. That seems, I mean, anytime there's a stun, that seems actively good. Seems actively good. Gotta get, level 30 is not much to have to pay for either. 40 so that it matches everyone else. Range is really small though, 134, huh? A lot of the ranges are really small, I've noticed. Combies? Rare love for Combies. Combies a funny Pokemon because whenever it like showed up in the anime, it would be like the only Pokemon that was shown in like 3D CGI, and then everything else would still be 2D, but there would be like random scene that the Combi is 3D, because it's just an awkward Pokemon to show, I guess. So if we got the, what was it, 37 on 2-2, what would we expect to get here? Oh, we're already at, I mean, maybe 25, maybe 30? Something like that? Something like that? I guess this is supposed to be, it's an interesting group of Pokemon. We're supposed to be on like a snowy area. Ooh, I didn't notice the Pikachu snowman until right now, right here in the middle. That's cute. So Swinub makes sense. I don't know, I guess Ponyta could be. No reason not to exist, I suppose. Another option I could try is doing, I feel like I need one more good fire, like I feel like I need Torkoal before I go in with the Infernape, Torkoal, and ooh, Sentret, and the Volcarona team, like strat. I think that's what I would want. Want to get the Torkoal, have the Infernape, have the Volcarona. That way you get the fire setups. I don't know. I assume the poison just stays for the rest of the, like, as soon as they're poisoned, they stay poisoned, but I don't actually know how true that is. I think that's true, that it'll just stay poisoned the whole time. I think poison might be like that. Oh, it's, not Lombre. Lotad, that's the one. I'm like, Lombre is the second form, before Ludicolo. You know what? I really like the Lotad's top-down animation wiggle there. Ooh, Snover, okay. they're doing a little bit of a penguin walk. Penguin wiggle. Snover. So are these sprites are like... Part of me is thinking that they're all customly done. But there's another part of me that's like, maybe they're from... Some of these are from Pokemon Ranger games or something that I'm not as familiar with. They might... I don't know. A lot of them are not sprites I recognize. It's like, oh, that's a Gen 2 sprite, or that's a, you know, Gen 4 sprite or something. They all look pretty different to me. Uh-oh. Dang. If I switched, we may would have got that last one there. Okay, well, we're at 20. I did say maybe we get to 25 or something. The Furret are looking problematic. The switch definitely helped. I basically waited for the last thing to go here for the switch. That worked. That was a good move. But I think I might have to actively pay attention here for sure, instead of buying another thing. 60 Pharaoh. I have a lot of single target here, so that's a concern. That's a concern. I can't tell if I'm overvaluing the Decidueye because its animation is very noticeable. And the attack speed is very noticeable, or if not the case. Also, kind of wondering why that Gyarados item can't be put on other ring Pokemon. Feels like it should be an item that's just for, because like expands the ring size, so why not just be all ring Pokemon can have that? I don't know. Oh, so it's switch. I don't. So when it decides to switch form is random, maybe between AOE and regular attacking. I guess. I'm waiting for there to be like 20 Furret and then we die or something. Furrets were the ones that seem to get the closest to the end. Would I eat lunch with Kylie Jenner? Not if I have to pay. Probably not if I have to pay, because I imagine she wouldn't eat anywhere that's not really expensive. But, free lunch? I probably would have free lunch. Why not? I kind of assume that's not really what the meaning of your question is, but too bad. Too bad I made it that way. Uh-oh, here's the 20 Furret I was talking about. Aegislash, pretty sick when it does its AoE move. It goes very fast with that attack. Don't have, oh, Rapidash. That could spell trouble. Since they all went by quick, it made it easy to... Oh, there's the Lombrace. There's the Lombrace. Okay, yeah. Aegislash is doing the most damage. Generally. So, definitely glad I gave it the money item. Uh-oh, 30 cent, 30 for it though. If they all go through quick enough, but if they go in separated enough batches, it could spell trouble here. Maybe we're okay. Oh my god. Did you see the lights go out? Behind me, but the computer somehow didn't die? That's... I don't know how that just happened. That was crazy. I don't even really understand why that would happen, because it's not extra cold or something today where like people would be using extra space heaters or something. That's that was, I don't even know what to say, but that was That was crazy. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, the Rapidash Ponyta's a little bit of surprise to show up in the snowy area. I would expect an Arcanine before Ponyta. Like even in the anime sometimes there's like, oh, Arcanine. There's that episode where Arcanine's down from the mountain causing trouble, like stealing food or whatever, something like that, and people are like, why is the Arcanine here? And May and Drew are both trying to get. Uh-oh. Well, those are gonna get through. I didn't do it quick enough. Well, I guess I need to keep my eye open for that. Yeah, so those are, well, actually, you know what? Maybe for that reason alone, I changed the 3 slot to have the Natu in there as well as a backup. Alright, so let's do that. Let's load 3. Let's move that one here, move this one here, move this one here. A little bit safer. And then also I get, well, who would I rather remove? I guess the Arbok probably. I don't know. So just to remove, to have more, have the Xatu in there as a thing right here as well. Just as another one in case. All right, let's go. Gotta keep my eyes open for that though. So turns out perhaps we're going to be going further than 2-2, which is a little interesting. Perhaps that means the setup I have. Uh-oh. Little back and forth switch there, but I think it actually made sense. Turns out, yes, it did make sense. I don't know, I'm not a big tower defense gamer, but this, like, being able to save and move the loadouts is very unique to me. I don't know if that's actually unique to tower defense in general, but it's not something I've seen before. Granted, again, not really a tower defense specific gamer. 30 for it, that's a lot. I'm gonna preemptively go here, because I think that these, even the Weezing was chipping in a little bit with some stuff there, but these units are slow, so I think it's worth it. Looks like it was. Gotta remind myself to keep looking up here when we're getting towards the end of a round, be ready to hit the invis catchers. Ready? Nope. Okay, we're good. Well, we might not be good. Rapidash. I don't know if the load back, load, I don't know if it made that big of a difference, but worked at least. No one, ooh! We got some Vespiquen action. Fun. We're back over 1 million, so I kind of feel like I should. A Psyduck. Wonder if that's any good. Wonder if a Psyduck is any good. No invisibles, but Rapidash and Furret is pretty real. That is quite a bit. We kind of just have to stay here at this point. I think it should be okay though. That really is a gauntlet of AoE there. That really is a gauntlet of AoE attacks. gotta load back to the front when we can. Oh, Lapras just barely missed that one. That one fella. Okay, we should be okay now. Alright, we lost 1 health, not the worst. I'm just gonna stay here. At this point. Get some stuns off, please. Okay. Free Delibird, no problem. I'm waiting for the Invisibles to show up again. I know they're going to, and it's gonna be the one moment I'm not paying attention for. But yeah, turns out much better on this place than the other one. Now, if I was really like trying to max here, I'd probably have a 4th slot for these like easier turns where it's just the slow enemies. Wow, they actually both got through there. That's a little awkward. To bring in something like the Meganium or the Comfy to have the potential for healing, but I'm not gonna do that. So. These Lombres might get through it. Ooh, that was a very crucial stun. That was a very crucial stun. I'm keeping an eye, but waited to the last moment there. And it worked out. Good discipline. Don't worry about these guys. Worry about the Rabidashes. This might be it. We got a good stun, but we did take some hits. Getting to 50 would be nice because that's a retry point. I don't know if we're gonna get there though. Don't know if we're gonna quite get there though. Yeah, oh, you know, he's actually getting kind of close to 50% on some of these bigger, longer, slower enemy rounds. These look spaced out enough that I should be okay. So far, at least. Yeah, this is a favorable pattern for my route here. AoE OP does have me thinking that these poisons to start maybe aren't the best, but they do add up, for sure. No invisible. Like this round, I feel like that means they're gonna be, well, Lombres are pretty thick, to be fair. Lombres are pretty big fella. But I feel like we should be okay. I feel like I don't even have to move anything. Watch out for Invis. No Invis, but Piloswine now. I don't know how great our shield damage is. I think Aegislash has good shield damage though, right? Yeah. Well, okay, in sword form, I see. In sword form, it's good damage. No Invis. I might not have needed to, but I think it's safer to do that. Well, I've crossed 50, so that's good. We've hit the 50 bomb. We need 7 more to unlock 300, which would be pretty nice. Oh wow, that one Vespiquen went through. That's a little annoying. This, I gotta imagine, is the end of it. That's a lot of Rapidash. It's probably too many Rapidash, if I had to wager. If we get a stun here, we did get the stuns, wow. That's pretty fortunate. 5 more, if we get 5 more, get to 300 stars. It's looking okay right now, maybe. Okay. Time to switch here. Should be good now, I think. Yes, sir. They still, man, they throw that one triple Zoroark earlier on, and then it just made me terrified since then. Because the Zoroark are fast, too. Realistically, maybe the Baroctus should be on the corner, but we'll see. We'll see. 3 more levels. 3 more levels. That's all we're hoping for. 3 more levels would be great to get the 300 to then unlock. What would it be? 1-3? But this is looking not so great. Maybe with everyone stacked here, get some good sword forms. Get that Vespiquen! Oh, I think it did get that Vespiquen. Might just have. And if these are spaced out enough, we could be probably super fine. Yeah, so Aegislash is nasty, turns out. Probably should use that guy a little more. Granted, it is higher level, because it needed to be 60 to evolve, but having the double form is also really nice. The bigger against shields, but then the AoE, and then all that stuff. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Sending out the Piloswine to tank some targeting. Come on, Lapras, get a good stun. That's not good enough. Well, you know what? I did get to the 50, which I needed, but god damn it, being 99 sucks. Being 299 is pretty brutal, but okay, we wanted to look at the Psyduck I just bought. Half's recharge time when in water. So its range is now 155. So in theory that is, if we go here just to look at it, and we change, just to look at it, I guess. Take out somebody. Take out this. Just to look at what Golduck does here. Okay, so it's probably better than Masquerain, range-wise it looks like. Waters, there we go. Does this work now? No. I was hoping it would go between them, like when you do the... Anyway, whatever. So 91 power, recharge 0.73, 130. 91, 73, 130. 189, a little bit longer. And, like, because it was 0.73, so this is 1.15. So it is pretty significantly longer, but the range is better and the attack amount is better too. Because you have to remember that the Masquerain would also double speed in water. So it'd be like 365. Interesting. Okay, and then the Golduck can only be on field or water. It does attack fast, but yeah, interesting stuff. But then also I could give you the field terrain is like water. That doesn't help here, does it? No, because it's not it's not one of those areas. But still, that is something to think about. Okay. I don't know if it would be better than the Sceptile or not. I mean, it would be, I guess, in terms of when it actually gets to attack. But the problem, of course, would just be it doesn't get to attack until later. Maybe you'd rather just have those attacks going earlier. Sceptile double damage. I don't know. No. Hard to say. I'll save it for now, I guess. Okay, well, if I want to unlock one level wow, that's interesting. All of these are at 57? That seems crazy. The instinct here would be that this would be the easiest in terms of it's like the least amount of stars, but we would have to do 12 levels to get here, whereas these reset at 50. So in that sense, it would be easier, I guess. This was my team, my one team? I guess it was. So what would I, and then 2, 3 is Zatu. Yeah, we gotta change that. We gotta get Onskro involved too. Move you here for a moment. Move you here. Also, actually, just remove you and add Aegislash. Probably good. Okay, that's 3? That's 4? Might have been 3. No, 4. It was 4. 2. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. 1. I feel like you probably just want Aegislash here. Why are these getting? Oh, because those get lit up by that. Right. Let's remove Arbok, shall we? Let's remove Arbok. We're just trying to get one more star so that I have the other thing unlocked, and we'll probably end there, and then next time have the unlocked place as an option. What do you even do again? Recharge rate reduced. What else do I have that's great? We got. Oh, I still don't understand what the. I don't know if this is good or not. It's a cross shape, which is usually a little awkward anyway, to be fair. Can't I use Gyarados here, actually? Let me see this. Isn't there the item that allows me to Gyarados here now? Yeah, there is. I don't know if it's good, but I'll move you here for a moment. It doesn't really line up great anyway. Neither of these do. Yeah, probably just not. Probably just not. Not your time, Gyarados. Could do the Golduck. Could do... Staraptor's just generically decent. Staraptor's generically decent. Raichu's generically decent. Probably here too. Just adding the stun potential. Maybe. Maybe try this out. I didn't want to save that as slot 2. I did the thing wrong again. Okay. Well, 2 is when you have this. You remove this. You remove this. You add in Sceptile. And you add in Lapras. Sceptile here. Lapras here. Switch those. Lapras here. This here. This guy goes here. Pidgeot goes here. This goes here. That's number 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I don't know if Infernape is really where we want to be either, to be fair. I guess give you the attack thing. No, I'll give you the... Yeah, sure, give you the attack thing. Pidgeot can have the money thing, fine. Save. Load number 2. Sceptile. Can get the attack thing. You don't actually need this, do you? Field terrain behaves as grass. You don't need that, but at the same time, it's not like there's anything else to give you, because everything else is on everything else, so that's fine. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so for 1 then, I think I do remove you and just put Lapras as another stun? Doesn't seem crazy. I like me my stuns. Seems good. Alright, let's try it. Really just trying to get that last star here. Only have to get level 58. Now, Comfy is the only thing here that's maybe not actually worth having in terms of damage and whatnot, but I guess technically it can add the heart, right? Which means that then we can go a little bit more hopeful into round 58. Oh, shoot. Okay. They almost got me with that one. They almost got me with that one. I had my hand off the keyboard, hand off the mouse. They almost got me with that one. Ooh, an Absol. That's cool. What do you do? Each consecutive attack against the same target increases damage dealt by 7.5. Okay. That seems like that would be really good against like a boss fight, if that's something you could do. We haven't really had many of that, I feel like. I don't know if we've really had any of that. Oh, that was just a long pause. That is an interesting one. After recovering a heart, the Pokemon holding this will have its recharge speed reduced. I guess that's something I could put on the Comfy, but I don't actually, like, it doesn't really, oh, one got through. We'll turn off the auto here. I don't think that item, well, what does this one do? Increases damage by 50% to slowed or stun enemies only for Pokemon that can be deployed in water. They had me in the first half. Although, wait, that's good on Lapras, I guess. Oh, but only deployed in water. Well, does that still work? Hold on. No. Why are you able to have the heart recovery on you? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait, I didn't buy the item. I didn't buy the item. What is this? Gain 0.1 range every star. Only held by Clefairy or Clefable. That's... Wait, there's two items that are only by Clefairy or Clefable. Come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? Unless you can have things hold more than one item. Okay, that's actually good for you. That's like the other stun thing, but now we have it for both. That's pretty good, actually. Save that. And then you, I want to see... I was gonna say, this doesn't really even matter because you don't really have a recharge time, but I thought maybe that would be neat. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Load number 2. Put this back on Lapras. That is actually a pretty nice upgrade, I will say, for the team. That's 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, go. That's pretty nice. Pretty ridiculous that we have these two items that are just for that. But okay, we're almost guaranteed to get the 1 star that I need, which will be the last thing we probably do. Well, we'll probably auto fight until we die, but alright. All we gotta do is live this turn, which is looking pretty good so far. Yeah, Aegis Slash is nasty. The Raichu is hard to calculate what it's doing, but it is, you see the things bouncing back and forth, so that looks good. Okay, I don't think we've looked at this when Comfy's on the team. I love that. Is helping. Smile. It's helping. That's great. They're helping. Oh, nice stun, Lapras. Nice stun. Actually, there's a bit of overlap for both of them, so it could have been either of them. But we've reached 300 officially, so next time then, we will, check out that spot. Ah, that one right, I was getting through. It's alright though. I mean, I don't actually know if the Raichu is actively good or not, but whatever. Probably could have switched to load Team 2 to save that, but again, we're kind of waiting to die at this point. We're not really looking to go the whole distance here. Same reason that I'm leaving the Comfy in, even though it's not maybe needed. Or maybe, you know, better options available. Ooh, Magcargo. Here we go. I think that's our first sight of this guy. Yeah, those things are pretty tanky. Not tanky enough. Look at all these effects going off. Alright, well, get ready for invisible, potentially. But we did get past 60 already. Pidgeot just firing away there. No sneaky stuff there, Delibird. No sneaky stuff. Right, well. I mean, I don't know if it's the I don't know if this is all because of just the Aegislash, or just the Raichu, or the Lapras, probably a little bit of all three. But most of this team was not that different in terms of, you know, what it was before when it lost at 57 or whatever. It doesn't surprise me that this is going further. It's kind of what I would have expected, given that it is 1-2 and we got to 57 on the harder levels, not you. On, oh, hold on, we gotta load up. On the harder levels here, 57's here. Also, just to confirm, Route 13 is available. This doesn't scroll down, right? No. No, that is, those are them. So far, I don't know, I actually don't really know what the plans are for updating the game in the future, or if this is it, or whatever, but probably should check to see if there's updates. That is wild to me that there's 2 unique items for for Clefable and Clefairy, but there we go. Oh my god, 6-7! Chat's gonna lose it. 6-7, not calculated, not on purpose. Not on purpose. So Absol and Yamask, the ones I'm not so sure about. Notice the trend between the grass units having various heart abilities here. So definitely would be something to try out, potentially. Instead of, well, not on this loadout, but on this loadout, throw in one of the healers instead of Raichu or something, or instead of Comfy, maybe even, I don't know. To try to get further. Of course, you can also restart at the very beginning, which you're not likely to lose any hearts, and then you have more to go further. That would be maybe something to do if I were to try this again, instead of starting, you know, at 75 with this. If I start all the way at the beginning with full hearts, granted, you're gonna have to pay attention for these these invisible fellas, but let's take a look at what 1-3 looks like. But we're not. Ooh, it's a graveyard cemetery situation. Wait. Oh! Oh! I was like, wait, why is that clickable? I was hovering over it and then, wait a second, why is that clickable? Whoa, look what we have here. Curses an enemy and deals damage to all cursed enemies. So we got 2 cursing Pokemon now. There's so much unknown. And I don't mean the Pokemon, I mean these. Like, what do they mean? What is it? Is it? I guess you can kind of think of it as, you know, poison or burn synergy, right? But maybe it's even better? Perhaps? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, we'll have to try that out. Oh, there is water at the bottom, not much though. It does feel like the water Pokemon are hard to use without getting the water items. Alright, let's buy this because it's cheap. Deals 30% damage to stun enemies. Only Pokemon that can cause stun can equip it. I mean, that is a lot of extra damage, but it has to happen to Pokemon that are already stunned, not Pokemon that have their thing increased, like Light Clay. That is an interesting trade-off. I guess you could put it on Raichu, right? Because Raichu's thing can stun? I mean, it's not a high chance, but... maybe? But okay, still a lot of money. Maybe I should have... I was thinking... Yeah, I was trying to buy Pokemon every now and then at a cadence that I thought made sense, but perhaps I needed to do more or buy more items, or... I think folks were saying once you get to like 10k for an egg, you maybe slow down or whatever, but... We are definitely getting... I mean, also there was the... There were some rounds where we saw Aegislash getting close to 50,000 damage. So like a free heart just for that every now and then seems like that would be pretty good. That seems like that'd be pretty good instead of just getting extra money from doing damage, which we don't really need. But okay, so next time, definitely we'll try this Route 1-3. Was not expecting to get a free Pokemon from the graveyard. That's cool. I wonder if that'll happen for each of the like -3 levels. That's kind of what I'm expecting almost now. We got a ways to go to 300. I'm thinking to start next time we buy eggs until 10,000 just to do that, and then ooh, Larvitar shows up first, and then maybe level some things, try some things out. Or try one Route 1-3 with what I have that I think is the best. And then, I don't know. Because again, I am kind of capping myself at like level 40 on everything. Even though that I don't need to do that necessarily. But this feels more fair, I guess. Until we get to the, perhaps once we get the, like, not able to go further with anything here. Then maybe I would start leveling in that position. That's kind of where my mind's at. Okay, all right. We got things to still do though. This, I think this round, this can be improved probably. Pretty much gonna be bringing in Aegislash on most places now, I would think. This can definitely be improved. We haven't tried this with a lot of the newer stuff as well. So yeah, 1-3, 2-1, 2-2, I think are the places to check out. Clawitzer, I'm just looking at these maps and thinking, how is Clawitzer ever good? It like barely ever gets to hit anything. Because it's completely horizontal. Unless you can give it an item, I guess, that lets it be on... Or can it be on... It can be on land, I guess, right? It can be on fields. But even if it's on fields, it needs to be, like, in line. Like, it almost would need to be, like, on this part of the mountain to go horizontally across this whole thing. But even then the up part of it doesn't do anything. It's such a weird one. I guess here? No, because then it's really just there, and then, like, tiny bits of here, here, and here. It needs to be, like, it needs to be in the line of attack. Or I guess, like, here could be okay if we have the item that lets it go onto the grass, does the whole line. It's not terrible. But ideally, you'd like to be able to place it, like... I guess you're kind of... Yeah, it's just a weird... That's just a weird... The cross is so hard to actually be effective. You're really only almost ever getting one full line's worth, and even then, that's hard to get. Maybe you get a little bit of extra, like I mentioned, like, you know, like a little bit of a thing here and there. But anyway, I'm yapping too much. Yapping a little too much. Honchcrow maybe should just be a permanent as well, so I don't even have to do the switching. Maybe on a run where you're semi-auto, like if you're starting at the very beginning of like 1-1, you just keep the Honchcrow in the front to not even have to really pay attention at the beginning. That seems like that'd be a good one. Anyway, more to be done in this game.